Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube video. It's your girl Mace here, and today we're going to be telling a story time about my worst trip on acid ever. It was an experience and I would never do it again. I only did it once and yeah, no. That's dead. So let's get straight into the video because I don't want to waste y'all times and I don't want y'all to waste mine. I'm just playing. I don't know. I don't know how that correlates, but let's get into the video. Sorry. Okay, so this all started like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I was 17 though. I'm 20 now. And at the time I was like a runaway. I was in a right space of mind. I was a runaway and I ran away to my friend, my best friend at the time. And I went to go stay with her, like, and her older boyfriend. He was older than us and she was younger than me. And he was in his 20s, right? But he was kind of like, he didn't have anywhere to go either, so we would hop from hotel to hotel, just having a blast. I never minded it. We would just get messed, we would smoke all day, and I thought it was fun at the time. I really thought it was fun. And you know, we didn't mind it. She was working and she was paying the hotels, and it was an experience. It was like we were our own little family, but that only lasted like a couple weeks or two, you know. So what had happened was, the day she was working, right, me and him was alone, and she would leave us alone a lot. And I already set my boundaries with him. You know, obviously he tried to before, and I told her, and we established that, right? So at the time I didn't like know much. Like, I didn't know much about, or like nothing. I was brand new to the world. I was just starting to run away. So I asked him, I was like, hey, you have anything that could get me like all feeling good and dazed, and you know. And he was like, I have a plug for acid. And I was like, what's that? I didn't even do my research. I didn't search anything up. He just told me, and I was like, he was like, oh, you just see colorful stuff, and it's like, you'll see things that'll be really funny. And I was like, oh my god, yes, get that. I was like, get it. I was like, yeah, I want it. So he was like, okay, I got you. So then this girl came and she dropped like it off, and he gave me one. I don't think he took any. I don't know what he did with the other ones, but he gave me one and I let it sit on my tongue and I waited. I didn't think anything of it. I didn't think I was gonna be like messed up or anything. I just thought, it's tiny, it's not gonna do shit like that, you know. Boy, so I started looking at my water bottle. It started to look weird to me. Like it started to look like sparkly and stuff. I didn't know what it was. I never felt this feeling before, so I just assumed, I was just like, you know, dazed and high from the blunt. I was just like, just looking at it, right? So tell me why, like, I got up and started jumping up and down out of nowhere. I just started jumping up and down, and out of nowhere he was in the bathroom, and I looked at him and his eyes looked weird. Like, though he was looking at me, I thought he was the devil. I for real thought he was the devil. Like, he was looking at me like this, and I was like, oh bro. I was like, bro, no, we're not doing this. I was like, and this is weird. I was like, this is weird. This is weird. I was looking at him and I was like, and he was just trying to talk to me and come up to me, and I was like, hey, stay back. Nah, I ain't with that. I was just telling him, stay back. I ain't with that. I just kept telling him that, and he was like, what are you talking about? He was like, bro, you tripping. He was just like, you tripping. And I was like, nah, your face looks weird. Like, I wasn't tripping that bad, but I was just telling him, your face looks weird. You look like the demon, like the devil. And I just had a weird feeling, you know. It was starting to kick in. And my friend came home, and I think they were arguing. I don't even know what they were doing. They were talking in the bathroom, and I think they were arguing. And I was just jumping up and down, and she was like, bitch, calm down. And I think she was arguing with, like, why did you give her that? Like, I think she was arguing with him about that. And I didn't hear that conversation. I was in a different state of mind. And that's what she told me. I was like, that's when I was like, I wasn't feeling good there. I just wanted to leave. Like, I felt like leaving. Like, I just wanted to go. I wanted to go back to my city. So I texted some guy who I've been talking to. Like, we became really good friends, like really, really good friends, like best friends. But at the time we were just talking, and I was feeling him a little bit, he was feeling me. So he told me he'll come pick me up. And you know how long that drive was? It was like 45 minutes. So he came and picked me up and went back to my city. And no, before that though, before that, when I was my friend said she'll walk me outside, right? So I was like, okay, cool. And I went outside and I was just staring at the wall. I was just staring at this little bug. And it was my vision just zoomed into that bug. I was just like staring at it nonstop. I couldn't take my eyes off of it. I have tryphobia and I don't like it. Like, I couldn't take my eyes off of it. And it wasn't a good, like, oh my god, that bug looks cool. It was just like I was just staring at it and I couldn't stop. Like, it didn't feel good. And I just felt weird. And my friend was trying to talk to me, but I was kind of ignoring her a little bit. Like, not trying to be rude, but I was just like closed off a little. I was just like this. And it took me a while to find my ride. I don't know why. It just took me a while. Like, I kept telling him I'm over here, and I don't know why it felt so long. So that's when I left, and she told him to keep me safe or whatever. I don't know. I don't even know. That was the first time I met the guy. Lucky he was cool. He was cool. He was cool. So I went in the car with him, and I was telling him how I'm off these, I was telling him what I'm on, and he was like, girl, he became my close friend, and I know him now. He is not the type to do any of that stuff. He just smokes. He's not that type of guy. He's cool as hell, and he's just a cool dude altogether. By the time I didn't know him, so I was like, oh yeah, I took this, and he was like, girl, you tripping, and because I started saying, like, I started looking around me in the city, and I was like, oh my god, I feel like I'm in Atlantis right now. This city looks like Atlantis. And I was just looking at all the lights, and I live in Florida. Like, the road, it doesn't even have like big buildings or anything. I think I was just looking at the post lights, and I was just like, am I in Atlantis? I kept asking him, am I in Atlantis? And he was tripping me out, because he was like, oh, you better watch out, they coming for you, and I was like, bro, chill. I was like, bro, chill, don't do that. I just kept telling him to chill, and he was laughing, like he thought it was funny, but no, I was tripping, bro. I was tripping, and he was like, oh, you better watch out, they coming for you. And I was just like, oh my god. He was making it worse. Who does that? I think it's because he never took it before. He doesn't know how it feels. But who does that, bro? That was messed up. And we got to his place, and it was weird. I was just walking there, and I was just looking at everything inside his house. It just looked at everything weird. Like, he had a bunch of posts, lamps, and stuff, and I was just like and I was looking at the rocks. Everything just made my skin crawl. It just made my skin crawl. I didn't feel good. Like, my heart was just like, I just felt depressed. I felt really depressed. And I wasn't feeling like depressed, like myself depressed. I was just like, I'm not really feeling this type of feeling, I didn't feel comfortable. So I went to his room. I was playing it cool though. Whenever I'm on something and I don't feel good, I always play it cool. Always. I just stay quiet and always play cool and wait for it to pass. But this moment I was just like, So after that, I went to his room, and I was just staring at myself in the mirror. And his mirror, it was like his room was dark, and he had his LED lights on, and the LED lights are red. And I was just staring at myself in the mirror, and I was just like looking at all the little crusts on the mirror, and I was just like, I took a picture of myself, and I was like, I'm gonna remember this for when I'm sober. I could see what I'm seeing, like, because right now I'm not seeing anything good. Like, it looks weird to me. Like, everything looks weird. So me and him did the deed, and it was okay, and it was cool. Like, we did the deed, and after that, okay, sorry, the camera cut off. But like I was saying, we did stuff, and he ended up falling asleep, and I went on Omegle. At the time, I Omegle wasn't down, so I went on it, and I just needed some comfort. So I went on like stoner section or whatever, and I just started, because I was looking at his ceiling, and his ceiling thingy started looking like a big ass spider, and I was just feeling creeped out. Like he wasn't waking up, and I was just by myself, so I was on my phone, and I was talking to this guy for like an hour, like, and I was telling him how I was feeling, how I'm tripping, and he's like, "You'll be fine, like just wait it out." Like we were conversating, and props to that dude, because we ended up disconnecting, and he was actually I didn't even know him, and we were just talking on Omegle and just texting, and he was getting me through my trip. Like he was helping me, right? And so he ended up disconnecting, and at the time I called my ex, right? And at the time my ex was kind of like, he was abusive or something. But I called him and I was like, I need your, like, I didn't even tell him who I was with. I said I was with a friend. Like, I just need, because if I told him, he was going to trip out and he was going to make me go even more crazy, right? So I told him, come pick me up. So he picked me up and he saw that I was tripping. Like, he dead I saw that I was tripping. So he was like, he ain't really pressed me too much. So he took me back to his place, and I just fell asleep. Like, it took me a while because I was having these weird thoughts, and I just kept looking at his ceiling, and my skin kept crawling. I didn't feel good. Like, my skin just kept crawling, and everything I seen just made my skin crawl. And the weird patterns, I didn't like it. So the next morning, I ended up leaving his house. He was trying to convince me to stay, but I didn't want to stay. Mind you, the trip was gone. I fell asleep and woke up, but the effects were still there. So I still had those weird lingering seeds of like patterns and stuff. So it was just like I didn't feel good the whole day. So tell me why I went to my friend, right? And she ended up taking it that day that I came back, and we went to the beach, and I was tripping so bad. Like the after effects was worse. I think it triggered me in a way where my brain wasn't functioning right. So I was with this one dude and my friend's boyfriend's friend. I was with him. We weren't together or nothing. I didn't have any attachment, but I thought I seen him looking at another girl's butt, like at the beach, and I was tripping. Like I was starting to trip. I was like, I'm gonna kill you. I was telling him I told my friend I'm gonna kill him, bro. I was so mad. I never felt that mad in my life. My heart was so angry that I wanted to this dude. I was trying to get to him. Like I was really trying to get to him. And my friend was like, bro, chill. Like, what are you doing? Like, she was just like getting pissed off too, because she was on it, and she was starting to get pissed off. And that's when she started chasing me. Like, wait, hold on. I seen a dog that kept barking at me, and I looked at the dog in the eyes. I did not like what I seen. I don't know why I looked at the dog in the eyes. The dog looked at me in the eyes and just started mean gnarling me. Like, he seen that I was tripping. Like, it's like that dog was reading me, and he just kept like barking, and this dog was scaring me, but the girl was holding the dog back. So we went to the beach, and my friend just saw that I was tripping. Like, she just got so mad at me, she started chasing me, like to the point where she was trying to hit me, and I was running away from her, and I was like, get away from me, bro. And I was just like, get away from me. And she was just trying to hit me. Like, girl, is you okay? She was trying to hit me. So like I just got away from her, and I ended up walking down the road. Like, I separated myself from them, and I was just like talking to myself. I was like, who are you? I was like, I'm not you, I'm a demon. And I was just like talking to myself like, I'm a demon, like I'm not who you think I am. I was just talking crazy. My mind was going crazy. I felt like a crackhead on the street, bro. I feel like one of them crackheads who just be tripping. And that's when I sat in the middle of the road, and I just started bawling my eyes out, crying. I did this, I was sobbing. My friend did not come for me. She was trying to beat my ass again. She was like, bro, I'm finna beat her ass if she doesn't chill the fuck out. And the guy, her boyfriend, was like, bro, calming her down, like, bro, chill out. Like, and he came to me, and he was just talking to me. He was like, come on, get up, come on, just sit in the car, like. And he was just comforting me. So I was just crying, and I just sat in the car silent. I didn't see anything else. And at that moment, I knew I was never gonna take that shit again, ever. Because that was the worst feeling I ever felt. The way I was crying, I was just, it was so dark. And the way I was talking to myself, it wasn't normal. Like, it wasn't normal. So, for people who take it, like, I hear people from people in my life that they love the trip and stuff, but me, I didn't. So, I hope you got any take on this, and just be careful when you take it. Make sure, I think it was because I was in a bad environment, but I'm still never gonna take it. But make sure when you take it, you're in a good environment, for real. Make sure your like mental is good. Like, no, just do it because you want to do it. But thanks for watching my video, and subscribe.